Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Coliseum. Recently re-established Coliseum, a spectacle and delight. Long story short, series of unfortunate events last week. The city was doing some work on some trees because they were interfering with some power lines, or had the potential to. One thing led to another. Power and internet was knocked out at my lovely Coliseum for a multitude of days. Which, of course, then led to the weekend where I found myself driving 5 states away, flying back last night, and here we are. So, like I said, a series of unfortunate events. However, we are back, we are here, and we are back online. So, you know what? Let's get back to the Coliseum. Today's contender. An old favorite we saw a couple weeks ago that I got quite excited about because, what can I say? I love fish. Merfolk is such a fun archetype, and I don't know how good it's going to be in Historic, but that's why we do these things, right? We get to explore it. So let's take a look at what we got. So we got Coco Fish, Simic Merfolk, we got Benthic Biomancer, 1/1 Merfolk Wizard Mutant. Now the important part there is Wizard. So 2 mana, you adapt 1, it gets a +1/+1 counter, and then whenever you put a +1/+1 counter, you get to draw a card, and then discard a card. Now you only get to do that once, because it has no +1/+1 counters, it puts a +1. So essentially, potentially, a semi-little Merfolk looter, 2/2 for 1, but really, he's here because he's a Merfolk and a Wizard and a 1-drop. Our next big 1-drop is Kumena Speakers, essentially a 2/2 for 1, so you have to control another Merfolk or an island, both of which we have in plentiful amounts. It's our little 1-drops. We also have Spell Pierce rounding out the 1-drop curve, just the nature of the deck. It's a very powerful spell, slows down what we need to slow down, buys us that one little bit of time in order to make things come together. Moving over to our 2-drops, we got Silvergill Adept, staple in the Merfolk. 2/1 for 2, enters the battlefield, draw a card. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you can reveal a Merfolk, or you can pay 3. So early drop, it cantrips, instantly replaces itself. Just a solid card, not to mention a wizard. Merfolk Trickster is an interesting one, very interesting. So a very efficient little grizzly bear with flash, enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent control, loses all abilities until end of turn. Now this could be just stopping an attacker, removing a blocker from the equation. It's a very efficient little combat trick. And more importantly, though, it does have some interesting synergies against things. Let's see off the top of my head. I guess Dorat's 1. You could remove the ability to get +1/+1 counters. They can do stuff in response, but meh. Terror of the Peaks is 1. If you've seen that Dragonstorm list floating around, I was playing it in Best of 1 last week. I was going to record a video for it, but then, of course, boom, 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 dominoes fell, everything just got destroyed, so we may come back to it. But, this guy, he has his perks. He's a very efficient creature, and he's also a wizard. Again, important. Next up is Merfolk Branchwalker. Now, if you're not familiar with the Explore mechanic, again, this is almost like Silvergill Adept, number 5 through 8. It's 2/1 for 2, enters battlefield, explores. That means you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it into your hand. If it's a non-land, you can leave it on top or put it into your graveyard. And if it's a non-land, he gets a +1/+1 counter. So, like I said, it's almost like a Silvergill Adept, because either you draw the land, or he gets bigger, and then you essentially surveil. So, we hop over to our first Lord here, Merfolk Mistbinder. Very simple, 2/2 for 2. Other Merfolk you control, get +1/+1. Need our Lords. He's no Lord of Atlantis, but he'll do for now. I feel like Lord of Atlantis should come in one of these historic anthologies, but maybe Merfolk would be too broken. I got Glasspool Mimic here as a 2/of. It's lands number 22 and 23, or more importantly, if you hit it off a Coco and you have a Lord in play, it's another Lord. I'm mixed on this, but I do like it. It's one of those cards that I just like the utility of having both a land and a potential clone. I kept thinking copycat. Clone. Our next Lord, and this is the important one, Merrow Reejerey, a 2/2 for 3, gives other Merfolk +1/+1. Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. This is really cool because normally you untap with this guy, you're usually either tapping down your opponent's team or you're barfing your hand on the battlefield by untapping your lands, recasting yourself, untapping your lands, and then the last one you cast usually taps the opponent's block or something like that. It's just a very efficient Lord. Very efficient. It's definitely the best Lord we have. Outside of the Merfolk spectrum, we do have a pair of Brazen Borrower. I got another one in the board. Just the utility. Petty Theft is so good. Not to mention a 3/1 Flash Flyer. Brazen Borrower is going to be a staple of any blue-based aggro deck. So now, I kept mentioning Wizards because I do have a pair, only 2, of Wizard's Retort. It's either a cancel or a counter spell, depending on if you have a Wizard. And You know, originally I just had the 3 Spell Pierces. I wanted to get those 2 Wizards Retort for that later game because as good as Spell Pierce is, there does approach a point in the game where you just need a hard counter, and that's why I got it. It'll get boarded out in aggro. It'll be good in other matchups, but it seems good enough to warrant a 2-drop. And then, of course, the reason to play the deck. Collected Company. Will it be good enough? Who knows? Who cares? It'll be fun. Hopping over to the sideboard here because there's nothing really of note. We don't have, you know, Mutavault or anything cool to run in our manland, so just your basic Simic array. Hopping over to the sideboard, I got a 4th Spell Pierce because it really is that important. Trio of Ether Gust for those pesky Gruul, red-based elves, whatever. It's just a very powerful card, very good to have there. Pair of Negates and another Brazen Borrower for our control matchup. Shaper's Sanctuary is a favorite of mine. I like to bring it in against, well, anything with any amount of targeted removal. Shaper's Sanctuary and Kira Great Glass Spinner are our anti-targeted removal package. Shaper's Sanctuary allows us to cantrip every time they target one of our things. Kira makes it so that everything has the shield. This is especially important in those rack-sack matchups to avoid that awfully frustrating claim the firstborn nonsense, because, oh boy. But Kira wraps that up. Not to mention Orzhov Auras, very good there too. We have Scavenging Ooze as our anti-graveyard hate. I went back and forth on this because I do like Relic of Progenitus and Soul Guide Lantern a pinch more, but Scavenging Ooze at least is something you can hit off of Coco, and that's kind of the reason for the season. And then topping it off, a pair of Mystical Dispute, because why not? It's Mystical Dispute. So there we are. There definitely... The Mystical Dispute's probably the weakest part of the sideboard. If I had to guess, if we end up changing anything, I imagine these might end up getting turned into either more Scavenging Ooze or maybe Soul Guide Lantern or something to try to hedge against the graveyard strategies. But for now, that is the deck. Holy crap, I've been babbling for like 7 minutes. Let's get to those games. Oh boy, I must know I've been looking forward to this. I'll be able to play. Sure. We got the Coco. We got 4 lands. We got 2-drop into a 3, or we got a 2-drop into a Lord. Let's do it. Kind of feeling like we're gonna be rocking that 0-3 life with this one, but you know what? These kinds of things surprise me. Right on time, Mr. 1-drop. Branchwalker, baby. So what do we got? We will leave it on because on the next turn we can go Mistbinder into Speaker into Coco the following turn. This guy's a 3/2, just phenomenal. It looks like we are going up against the beast of the format, or at least one of them. The old Steam Vents into Brainstorm. Oh boy, hope you love seeing this. I love seeing that. Oh, it's the old, I kept a 1-lander with a Brainstorm, and I brainstormed, and now I'm Brainstorm locked. Holy crap. Before we do anything, can you see, look at the icon over the sideboard. I don't want to mouse over because I don't want to screw up. It's like a bunch of mashed... Wait, why is there a sideboard down here? And why is this mashed up like this? It's like a bunch of magic card backs mashed up. Everything's fine here. Okay, so we saw Steam Vents into Brainstorm into OMGs, there's no lands coming, scoop. What do we think? We think it's, is it? Do we just run it back? Because we got a decent game here. I don't want to bring in Scavenging Ooze. Well, the 2 top Jeskai decks revolve around the graveyard. Maybe we should bring in Ether Gust. It's a tough one. I think we could just run it back as is, honestly. But I think I'm going to trade out Spell Pierce for Ether Gust and just run it like that. And if we need to make further changes, we will. We at least know that there is... Sorry, that was ridiculous. What a great way to start the day. Even if we just Arboreal Grazer the entire rest of this, then this is garbage, but I'm going to keep it. Okay, so it was, okay. So now we're going to need to bring in Kira's. We're going to need to bring in Shaper's Sanctuary. We're going to keep it all, so. Let's explore, baby. Unless he, like, I don't know, memory lapses or some nonsense. If he memory lapses, oh. Yay. Who loves this new format? Yeah, I got to think of all the things we're going to do here. He Brainstorm locked himself. That's That right there is hilarious. Alright, well, let's do the explore again. I'm gonna memory lapse again. Alright, on this case, let's see. We're going for a Coco next turn, so... Actually, yeah, we'll keep it. Yeah. I was gonna play the Glasspool Mimic tapped, but since we have the 4th land for the Coco, it just makes more sense to hold off. So what we're gonna do here is, assuming my opponent doesn't do something nutty, because he could just go Dwarven Mind. Don't brainstorm, bro, you might scoop. Anyways, we're probably gonna go Forest, pass the turn, end of his turn, Collected Company. That way we can keep the Branchwalker for a double 2-drop following it. It would have been nice to resolve the Reejerey. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, actually, the Reejerey would have resolved, wouldn't it? Because it's an Ether Gust. Come on, Brainstorm. What you got for us? Okay. He had a Fabled Passage? Why was that so hard? Why was that so hard? Come on. Alright, let's do this. We'll do it during our opponent's turn. I should probably do it in response to this Fabled Passage, but we don't know if they have a Wraths yet or not. We don't want to die to Sorcery Speed and removal. We could snap it off in response to the Fabled Passage, but if our opponent is playing any normal amount of Wraths... See, this helps us avoid the counterspell, but we don't avoid the Wraths. These decks don't play many Wraths, so should we just snap it off now? Yeah, let's do it. Before we can counter it. Sure. Boop. Let's just draw a card. Alright. So now next turn, assuming everything lives, we can go Merrow Reejerey into Merfolk Mistbinder. Let's see. So Merrow Reejerey, Merfolk Mistbinder. Yeah, we can do it all. I sense a command coming. Here it is. Cool story, bro. God, these decks are just... Nah. Not going to bash the best deck in the format. I mean, it just would have been nice if, with the Mystical Archives, or maybe after it, if they gave us some boost to everybody else, you know? Wouldn't that just be fantabulous? 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, what we got? Green. We got all the green we want. Let's get more blue going. Just debating here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go the Lord plan here. Snore. Okay, anyways. So next turn we can actually... Yeah, it's hard to say. I'll think about it. See what opponent does here. If he just snaps off something like... okay. That's what we're playing against. Alright, well, he's down to 2 cards in hand. Now, he could just rip his, you know... Nope, but he didn't. That's Reejerey. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got something in his hand. It can't be countered, but it can be Ether Gusted. I'm still going to hold this Mimic. So he fries the Reejerey. We Mimic on the Mistbinder. And we attack again for 7. We can Mimic and we can... Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Yeah. No reason not to, right? How about that one? Get it! What was that? Alright, you're at 3, homie. Show me what you got. Hit that infinite turn loop. Oh, snap! Brainstorm was the real MVP of that win. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. Okay, just a real quick update. I was thinking about this against that last matchup. So with the Jeskai deck, they're trying to do two things. They're trying to either transmogrify / Indomitable Creativity into their Vorhold, or they're trying to Mystic's Mastery, like a Magma Moba, stuff like that, out of the graveyard. So with those last two Mystical Disputes, I'm just going to make them Ashiok Dream Renders. I kind of like the idea of this kind of negating both strategies. They can no longer search, and it starts to move in their graveyard. So we're going to test this in place of the Mystical Dispute, because honestly, we don't have that many cards to take out. And Mystical Dispute is good, but is it? No, it is really good. Oh, we really have to think that over. I do want to test the Ashioks, though. Kind of be more proactive than reactive. Because you notice there, even there, like, we were tapping out quite a bit. There wasn't really a lot of mana left over. That's why Spell Pierce is as good as it is. Oh, snap. Let's do it again. let's do it again. Let's... Yes. Let's do it again. Let's... Yes, I will play. Hello? Is this thing on? Ah. Ah. Oh, wow, that's just the most gorgeous hand possible. Boop. Much better. Now, who's going to go, though? I mean, oh, it's so blasphemy to put the Cocoa back, but look at that hand. I'm going to keep 6. Oh, my God, I feel so dirty. I feel dirty. Oh, so dirty. I feel dirty and dirty and dirty. I need to take a bath. So probably just go Botanical Sanctum, pass, end of turn, Merfolk Trickster. That way if they have anything like Dorat, we can shut it down, untap, drop the Mistbinder. I'm anticipating not drawing a third land because that's probably how it's going to go. That's the only reason why. Hey, look who's back! So that makes me think I did choose the right one. Woodland Cemetery. Well, I will say this, that's different. I do like seeing different stuff. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't just be, let's pound on Jeskai all day, you know? Or get pounded on by Jeskai all day, because, man. I was able to play a little bit on my phone over the weekend, and geez, Jeskai is just everywhere. Go team Mistbinder. Missed my land drop. I don't need double blue to see that coming. Oh no, this is Jund Aggro. Maybe. I don't know, my Jund Aggro list has Slumber Mound. Falky! Aww. Well, take your pick. Probably Mistbinder. Go team Mistbinder. Maybe we'll draw the land for Reejerey. I personally probably would have taken the Reejerey. I think it's the better lord. I understand I don't have the land, but I do play them. Theoretically, I could draw them. Nah. Yeah, let's just keep the lord train of rolling. Go team Merfolk. This is kind of how modern Merfolk goes, only instead of Mistbinders, they're like, you know, Lord of Atlantises or Master of the Pearl Trident or, you know, Amazing Lords. I have lethal on the board. Don't give me that I can block and do stuff plan. He's probably going to be like, fatal push, shock. And then I go, ee. Third land would be lovely, but I would also accept 2 drops. Spell Pierce, that kind of stuff. It is Chevill! Ah, I love it. So this is straight up. Yeah. Let's go Merfolk Trickster here. Tap down the Bane of Monsters. Make him lose all of his abilities. Get in there. He could have spells, and there's a very good chance he does, but the thing that's holding priority here is the Valky. Yep. Shoot the other Mistbinder. Oh, no, wait, no. He has to kill the other Mistbinder first. Oh, that works too. So he's at 3. But he's going to gain some life here. Because I imagine he has removal. So we're going to start getting Chevill out. But he is at 3. He's about to go back up to, what, 6? He's about to go back to 6. Have 2 blockers on the battlefield. Kroxa. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't know. Oh, that's so tough. I guess the Mistbinder. So we have the Reejerey, and we don't want to get rid of the Coco. How many cards he got in the yard? He's only got 2 in the yard. Okay, 3 mana left. Show me what you got. Alright, he's going with the... Whew, okay, he's not gaining the life, so he's... dead on board? Am I missing something here? Okay. Okay. This guy doesn't have first strike, right? No. Okay. Okay. Just checking. So, Shaper Sanctuary is going to be great here. I'm not... He's going to have a lot of cheap removal. Spell Pierce isn't going to do much. Wizard's Retort might not either. So what do we need? We need Kira, Sanctuary, Scavenging Ooze. I can see getting rid of a Biomancer. Actually, 2 Biomancer, bringing the Brazen Borrower. Aether Gust is an option as well. In fact, Aether Gust is amazing. So what am I going to get rid of for it? I could take out the Brazen Borrowers and just run Aether Gust. I do like having the extra threat, though. Yeah, but... Ooh, that's a toughie. I like having the extra threat, I like being able to bounce things, but with the exception of Valky, Aether Gust will hit everything else in his deck. Why is that sideboard still popping up there? That's so weird. Has that always been there and I just never noticed it? I feel like it shouldn't be there during this because the sideboard's above the deck, but maybe I'm crazy. Alright. We're lucky our opponent stumbled a bit early because this is not a good matchup. Yeah, this is good. It's just the man hand. We'll go turn 1 Speaker, turn 2 Adept, probably revealing either Trickster or Reejerey. Into Coco, sure. Just a 1-1 right now. This is not a heavy Lord hand, though. Valky? Chevill? Hopefully not Chevill, because that would suck. If he goes Chevill, I might have to... Okay, Valky. Valky's fine. He's either going to take the Trickster or the Adept, I imagine. Mouse, 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 mouse. Plan is 2-drop into 2-drop, tap land into... Okay. So it's just going with that one. You got it. I'm just going to play the Adept, reveal the Reejerey. Nice. Play the Adept, reveal the Reejerey. See if we can't draw ourselves a reveal a Merfolk. Let's reveal one he's already seen. Try to draw that land. Oh, well, that's the land. I can't complain. Come on, you're not going to activate your Valky. Just pass priority, man. Come on, man. Just pass priority, you know? Come on, man. Oof, we have to make a decision next turn. If we do draw an untapped land, do we... no. Still have to go with the Mimic. Play the Glasspool Show. Get in there. Play the Glasspool Shoulder. Tapped. And then set up for the Coco. Because we can always... We're going to be a turn slow on our Coco, but we got 2 of them. Hopefully we can overwhelm our opponent's massive amount of removal, as I assume there's a massive amount of removal coming. What's worth shocking for? Let's find out. I'm not playing anything this turn anyways. Give me back my Trickster. That's what you shocked for? Oh, it's probably a Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, nope. Beep. Beep. That's all for me. Reejerey costs 3, so I can't do anything there. Just gonna try to cost him a bit of tempo here. It's fine, he puts it on top of his library. He does not. Very interesting. I would have thought Bone Crusher would be something he'd want to keep, but I'm never gonna be upset about getting rid of a Bone Crusher. Ow. Interesting. Well, so I walk the Lord into it. Nah. I'm just going to hold up mana for the Trickster. I'll play this Glasspool Shore. Boop, and we're getting the turn. I'm just going to hold up this Trickster. He dead. That's why we don't play the Lord. It's kind of awkward that I can't Trickster the Valky. Like, sorry, let me rephrase that. If he attacks me with the Valky and I Trickster it and then block it, I don't believe I'll get my Trickster back because it loses that ability. It's a little awkward. Oh no! Oh my god, dude, that's awesome. Wait, do I play basic lands? I do! Let's get an island. Thanks, mi amigo. Yeah, tap that fool. Nah, I'll just Coco. We'll just go end of turn, Coco, then untap to double Lord. I can dig it. You gonna make him into a Trickster? Because why not? At least then it'll stop bugging us and holding priority, so I can dig it. He's got a Trickster! How much does this cost? 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy crap, it's so roof. So roof is on fire. Coco. Let's go. Do I want to draw a card or do I want to... I'll go with the Explorer route. Library's fine. No, actually... Yeah, library's fine. Oh, you're gonna love this opponent. Oh, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna tap you. I'm gonna untap you. Which one's this? Take action. Take action. And I'm actually going to hold the speaker so I can tap both of his threats next turn. Although I think it's just over. But he might just top deck a Wrath. Oh boy. What's that card? It's going to be like, I don't know, Storm's Wrath or Ritual of Soot or something. And I'm just going to cry. But I'll get my Trickster back. Get my Trickster back. My opponent will be at 2. I got the Kumena speaker. Got him. But it's a good thing you gotta wait till your upkeep for that one. Wait, you're still... Yeah, okay. Whew! That should have been a bad matchup, but we are lucky our opponent did not draw well. Alright, holy cow, we are 3 for 3? Woo, baby! Must be my birthday. I got an issue with a curve on this one. Oh, boy. I'm gonna keep it, of course, but... I think I am going to have to hold, because I do want to draw a card with the Silvergill Adept. My opponent's mulligan to 5, so it's tough to say. I could go Kumena Speaker and see if we draw another Merfolk and save the Adept. Yeah, that's probably not the worst. Alright. Yeah, let's play the odds. We'll be able to play the Breeding Pool tapped if we don't draw the second Merfolk. Oh, I was going to say, is this a mirror match? That would be fantastic. Alright, we don't, so... Get in for 2. Kind of awkward. Oh, it's Bant. Oh, it's, there we go. Oh, that's tricky. Nothing's going to change this. Tell you what, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop my opponent's upkeep. Oh, whoops. Okay, that was a mistake. I should have played the island. I'm gonna try to shut down the goose for a turn. Hopefully that screws with him, but, you know. If he just, like, plays like a Gideon. Okay, that works too. So now we gotta deal with this. But we do have Coco, so we might just have to make our stuff bigger. Interesting. Yep, so we'll Hinterland Harbor, and at this point, we're just gonna pass. See what our Coco does for us. Oh, 3/3. Sure. What else costs that much money? Sure. See if he's got it. He's got one card left in hand. Alright. Holy moly macaroni. So I guess, do we just take the double lord plan? Oh, that's awkward again, because whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. So unfortunately, play this one full value. Then I'm just going to attack with the 4/4s. Alright. That just invokes a chump block though. That's okay. If he double blocks one, who cares? Valor's Stance. Power to you. Pow. Alright. He's at 6. If we draw a Merfolk, we're in good shape. Because then we could just Silvergill Adept and Glasspool Mimic. If we do not draw a Merfolk, we are in trouble. No, we're not in trouble. He's got chump blockers galore. Getting the extra lord on the battlefield will immensely help. Because then all of a sudden, the only thing that can stand in our way is Heart of Kiran. Heart of Kiran. Sure. Might as well. That's better. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to go Silvergill Adept. Reveal a Merfolk. Reveal Merfolk Mistbinder. Tap Heart of Kiran. Take action. Okay. I'm going to go Merfolk Mistbinder. Tap the 3/3. Gonna go, let's see, so we're attacking with 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. Let's tap something else. Let's go Kumena Speaker. Tap the Llanowar Elves. Yeah. That's the power of Merrow Reejerey, baby. Okay, so definitely digging the gates, definitely digging Spell Pierce. And I hear a train coming, so I'm going to have to mute it here in just a moment. Choo-choo on our last match, of course. I don't hate Brazen Borrower either. So again, we have to figure out what do we want, what do we not want. I don't want to get rid of the Retort, so I want to keep the Biomancers. I imagine Kumena Speaker is one that could probably go, but I like the early pressure. Merfolk Trickster. Nope, got to keep the Trickster in this matchup. See, this is where things get tough. I love all the cards. So which cards do I cut? So, what? Brazen Borrower and upgrade to? Probably. I mean, I guess we could cut the Biomancers. They're a little underwhelming. And then 2 other cards got to go. I could cut 2 Speakers. They get outclassed quickly, but I do like having 1-drops. I guess we could cut 2 of them. But then we don't have our early pressure. Let's cut something that costs a little more. I say Brazen Borrower was just too good. So yeah, it might just be like cut the early drops and play for more of a mid-range game. Is that? All right, I'm gonna hold off on muting until that train gets just a bit closer. Oh boy, the fish are on fire today, baby. Granted, my opponent mulliganing to 5 played a part. Also, my my first round opponent brainstorming and then scooping helped as well. Again, I can't tell how close it is. Okay, we'll keep it. I mean, we got the Adept. I can play the Mimic tap turn 1, Adept turn 2. We got the Spell Pierce if need be, depending on what my opponent does. He's down 2, yeah. This coming into play tapped is going to burn us, but I'm trying to think what he could do for 2 that he couldn't do for 1. Ideally, we want to draw a 3rd land off of the Silvergill Adept, then we can go Merfolk Mistbinder. Okay, he's got the Elves, but he doesn't have... Alright, so let's just go Silvergill Adept, revealing Mistbinder. Draw a card. Okay, next turn we can go Mistbinder. See, now the Wizard's Retort's online as well. We just gotta hope that whatever they play this turn isn't too scary, but of course it is. Oh, well, I ain't gonna Spell Pierce that junk, so, okay. Well, in that case, he's just gonna try to outmuscle us. It's got protection from blue, so I can't Brazen Borrow it. So I think what we're gonna do here is... So we're gonna have to bring in our Ether Gust now. Let me just think. I need to get this Reejerey down so we can start pushing damage through. But I also don't want to leave myself exposed without Spell Pierce up. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a repeat of last turn. So this just has protection. Okay, never mind. Reveal Merfolk. Let's reveal the same one. Okay. And then I'm just going to pass. No attacks. Protection for blue. I can't even block it. But... we might just, he's going to try to outmuscle us. We're going to say okay, and then we're going to start dropping Mistbinders. I don't want the beast coming down. Not yet. Give me a little bit of time, please. Okay. Let's go Hinterland Harbor. Into Merfolk Mistbinder. Okay, the server is being really weird today. Is anyone else experiencing this? And then I'm going to hold up both Wizard's Retort and, thank you, and Brazen Borrower. Double block, double block. Okay. See what opponent's got. We are racing a Shifting Ceratops, which is kind of annoying. Okay. And a Heart of Quran. That is fine, because that we can bounce. Actually, you can't even block with it, so. Ooh. Actually, wait, can I just kill him? 3, 6, 8. Yeah, I think I can. I think I can. I hope I can count. Get him! Ah! Booyah! Hey, Shifting Ceratops, how's that protection from blue working for you? Okay. Calm down. All right, and we are back for the wrap-up, and wow, what can I say? I mean, that was pretty sweet. I mean, granted, we faced, you know, you always got to remember, a 3-0 looks amazing, 100% win rate, yeah, but we faced 0 Lightning Helixes. We faced 0, well, I guess we technically faced 1 Jeskai deck, but, I mean, his draws were pretty atrocious. We never saw Wraths. We never saw Burn. We saw targeted removal. I mean, I'm not going to bash the deck because we just crushed. You always got to remember, especially with a small sample size like this, a deck can look amazing, but we didn't face the pillars of the format. However, that was pretty amazing. It was smooth like a butter. We had a couple of awkward situations involving Silvergill Adept or like a land coming up like tap, but even then, just it changes your sequencing, but the deck was still fantastic. Main deck wise, I don't think I'd change anything. everything played its part. Your flex slots are definitely Spell Pierce, Wizard's Retort, and to a lesser extent Brazen Borrower, but I wouldn't touch Brazen Borrower personally. Sideboard wise, we didn't get a chance to chat out the Ashiok. I honestly thought there'd be more Jeskai, but maybe what we saw over the weekend wasn't, reflective of the latter, but who knows? Who cares? Point is, the deck was sweet. So if you're feeling fishy, if you're feeling like nostalgic for that fish, oh boy, you may not have Lord of Atlantis, we may not have Master of the Pearl Trident, but baby, we got enough. So that is all for me. Fantastic to be back. I will see everybody. Retort.